Hello everyone and welcome to Sanctum TV. Today we're talking about Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns. So this footage in the background now is from the storyline of the new Heart of Thorns release. So I'm not going to spoil anything particularly, but I've just got to say how much the storyline has improved. Not just the storyline, but the way the storyline is presented. So there's no more, so far, of this stupid standing side by side in these cutscenes talking at each other. It's surrounding you. The story is surrounding you, which makes it much more enjoyable to be part of. So you'll see that I'm fighting a boss here, and when we're talking, everyone else in the background is talking as well, and I can hear them all clearly. So that's what made the new storyline part of Thorns so much more intriguing, and that's what I want to play. I look forward to playing the storyline because it's no longer boring or a waste of time. I find it fun and exciting. So that's a really good positive of the Heart of Thorns. So another big positive of Heart of Thorns that's been well received is player v player. People are loving the stronghold at the moment. I think there's still a few kinks to work out, but otherwise it's been received really well. Something else that has had mixed responses is the elite specializations. The fact that in order to get your ultimate elite move, it costs 340 hero points for some classes and 60 just to be able to wield your new weapon. So that's been quite controversial. Personally, I'm quite happy with that. It gives you something to work towards rather than just straight away getting exactly what you want. It makes you have to work for it, so I think that works a lot better. And also that's not completely inachievable thanks to the fact that the hero points in the Maguma Jungle are now worth 10 hero points each time you do a hero challenge. So I think that's much better. Also, I've really enjoyed how expansive the jungle is. I mean, it doesn't take up a huge area on the map, but there's so much content just walking around. You walk into random events and you just see people gather around doing lots of different things, which makes it so much fun. And gliding is brilliant. Thanks to gliding, there are not only 3 layers to the map, but there are layers in between. There are different sections to the layers, so just having gliding means that the map is so much bigger because of how well you're able to move around it. That brings on to masteries. Masteries seemed quite confusing at first when I was looking at the menu trying to get to grips with it, but I really like the mastery system. It makes a lot of sense, it's really interesting, and the things you can unlock really excite me, so I'm really looking forward to trying those out in the future and giving them a good go. So I really like the idea. People weren't sure to begin with, but the mentor tag that you can get in the central tier masteries, which I really kind of want, so I'm going to try and get that at some point because I think it's really cool to have your mentor tag up on the screen for people to know that you're there to help or a relevant person to speak to. So that's really good, especially for new players during the game. I think it's a really good mechanic that ArenaNet have introduced. The elite specializations I've played so far are Chronomaster and Reaper. Chronomaster I liked. Like the Continuum Rift is insanely cool. I do like the new shield abilities. And Reaper, I loved the Reaper Shroud. It was incredible. It's so much fun to play. It looks really cool, and it works really well. And the Greatsword is also equally as good. Being able to the graphics that it shows, like on your third swing of your auto attack, your sword, your greatsword goes all icy, and the claws pulling in. It all looks really smooth and really nice. So I was happy with that. My only downside to the Chronomaster is I found the Reaper so much more exciting because it had the I have 5 new skills to try out on the bar on the left, whereas Chronomaster I only got 2 more because it's an offhand. So that was quite disappointing at first, but the Continuum Rift is so good. Reaper felt a lot more exhilarating at the time because I had the Reaper Shroud and that's 5 abilities, and then the new 5 abilities from the Greatsword, so it made it feel a lot more intriguing to play and learn more about that class. Another thing I tried out recently is Revenant. Bear in mind, I have not done any of the beta weekends before now. I didn't particularly want to. I wanted it to be a fresh experience, and I'm really glad I did. Revenant is very, very fun to play, and it felt like I'd started playing Guild Wars 2 again for the first time, being able to run around new classes, of new mechanics, of new weapons used in different ways, was really exciting because I played class in the past and tried different characters, but every time you change it up, you still know what the class can do, and you still know the storyline of what's going to come next. But I think this was much more interesting to be able to play it with a bit more mystery. So going through Caldon Forest with my Silvari Revenant was much more exciting than it was going through Caldon Forest for the 5th time with the Ranger, which I've deleted and then remade and deleted and remade. So that was a really good plus for me. I really enjoyed Revenant. So they're my main points on Heart of Thorns. I think, like, on the whole, it's been a complete success. I mean, I tried World v World Desert Borderlands the other day, which was also really, really nice. It looked very polished, and it looked really good. Loads of new mechanics, like the new siege weapon, the stealth you can get from utilities around the map. It was really interesting and worked really well. So there's things like that, just that Arena have done so smoothly, like the World v World and the PvP and the gliding, and it all works really well. And the fact that your glider can be your backpack wings, if you have black wings or white wings, they can be your glider. That was a really nice thing for them to add in. It kind of makes you wonder how long ago they were thinking of that. Were they thinking of that when they were making the wings? But it's just things like that which are really clever, which have worked so well, that's making Heart of Thorns so good. I'm really glad I invested in the expansion. I'm really glad I didn't play the beta weekends, because it makes it feel a lot more new and fresh. And I feel like if I did the beta weekends, then maybe it wouldn't feel quite the same. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, they're my main points on Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns, the new expansion. And hopefully there'll be more to come in the future. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you'll tune in again soon.